Okay, well done. So we're back into our back bends again today. So if you've got a brick, have a brick handy. We'll kind of play with half moon again in our little flows today. It's super, super hot. So if you need to stop and take a break at any time, grab a drink, just please make sure you do. Don't just push past feeling a bit weary. Just make sure you look after yourself this morning. I just want to send a little message to Kelly, who I'm recording this for. I hope you had a brilliant day at Alice's wedding, and we look forward to seeing you in person soon. Okay, so we're going to start. So lie down on your backs and find a comfortable place. And we'll just have a few moments just tuning in and arriving. I'm going to get out of that sunny spot because it's crazy hot. So just let the eyes close and let the body settle. And just start to bring yourself inward, onto body, onto breath, onto the feeling you have in your body this morning. So noticing the physical tone, noticing how you feel mentally this morning. Noticing the flow of your natural breath for a moment or two. Just encouraging that feeling of softness through the face, the shoulders and the tummy. So just releasing any held tension in the belly. Shoulders melting down away from the ears. Muscles of the eyes relaxed. And then keeping the belly nice and soft, just begin to take some slightly deeper breaths now. Breathing in through the nose, slowly, steadily taking the breath low down into the tummy, wide into the sides of the body. Maybe feeling the breath travel back up into the chest. And noticing the breath at the back of the body. Keeping the breath smooth and comfortable. That fluidity to the breath. Noticing everything soften, contract, return to its resting place on the exhale. Breathing down into the ground beneath you. Just finding that nice, even, steady rhythm between the inhale and the exhale. Okay, just take a couple more breaths. Okay, so when you're ready, just let the eyes gently blink open again. Just give yourselves a moment. And then nice and slowly, one knee at a time, draw the knees into the chest. Have a little squeeze, a little hug, rock from side to side. Begin to notice the hips, lower back. And then when you're ready, rock yourselves up to sitting. And either stay on your bottom or press yourself up onto your knees or find a comfortable place to be. We're just going to start by preparing the shoulders. So we're back into working towards arm overhead back bend, Urdhva Dhanurasana. So open shoulders, strong back of hip, hamstrings, open front of thighs, good bit of core stability. So we're working all those things today, preparing for a little mini sequence of back bends. Finishing with a little bit of prep for Urdhva Dhanurasana, either getting up into it or not, it doesn't matter, but we're just going to prepare the body to get there anyway. So as always, just work to your edge, but don't push past it. And anytime you want to stop and take a breath, stop, have a drink, and just do what you want to do. Okay, so we're going to reach the arms into a cactus position. So elbows bent, forearms vertical, and then pressing the elbows back away from you. So getting that nice kind of feeling of openness across the front of the shoulder into the pecs. And then drawing the elbows together. Squeeze the inner elbows together, lift the elbows up and press them away as if you're kind of in Dhanurasana arms, and then separate at the wrists. So you're feeling that space between the shoulder blades across the upper back. Good, and then take the elbows nice and wide again, so back into that cactus position. So press the elbows back, and then again, squeeze the elbows together, separate at the wrists. Just hold there for a moment. Good, and again, one more time, press the elbows back, nice big open across the front of the chest, and then squeeze the elbows together, separate the wrists. Good, okay, press the elbows back again. So we're going to come into Dhanurasana arms now. So we're going to take right elbow on top of left elbow, find your bind, lift your elbows up, press them away. And then tilt your forearms slightly to the right. Squeeze the forearms together. That's creating a little bit more length through the inner border of your right shoulder blade here. And then lifting the forearms up. Release, press the elbows back again. Same thing on the other side. So left on top of right. Bind the arms or press the backs of the hands together. Lift the elbows up, press them away. Squeeze the forearms together. And then a little tilt to the left. It doesn't have to go very far, just a little smidge. And then release. Press the arms nice and wide. Okay, bring the hands down. Let's have a couple of nice big rolls at the shoulders because that was quite hard work. Okay, so we're going to take Gomukhasana arms now. So we're going to bring the right arm forward, make a fist, let the shoulder blades spread towards the side of the body, reach up, bend the elbow, take the hand behind the back, left arm forward, suck the shoulder blade back towards the spine, reach the arm back, internally rotate, so you're dropping the arm inwards and then bending the elbow, taking the fist up towards the other. So we're going to keep it active, so keeping fists as fists, lifting through the top elbow, keep the head lifting. A couple of deep breaths here, just noticing how that feels for your shoulders. Trying to keep the spine nice and tall, trying not to arch too much into your lower back. Steady, smooth breath. Good, and then release that down. Another big roll of the shoulders. So same thing on the opposite side. So left arm forward, let the shoulder blades spread. Lift the arm up, bend the elbow. And then the right arm, suck it back. Send the arm behind you, internally rotate. And then take the fist up the back. So again, sitting nice and tall, lifting top elbow, lifting through the head. So imagine the base of your skull drawing back and up. So you're not sticking the chin out, but you're keeping nice and long through the back of the neck. Take another breath here, keeping the face relaxed, the breath steady, being in your body, feeling what you feel. Good, well done. And then release that down, nice big roll of the shoulders. So let's spin round and make our way onto all fours. Wiggle yourself towards the back of your mat. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Use the floor beneath you to push away and feel kind of lifted through the upper back. So we're going to do a few cat-cows. So as you inhale, drop your belly down, lift your sit bones up, broad collarbones, eyes forward. And then as you exhale, press everything into the floor and round through the back, tucking pelvis, tucking chin. Again, inhale, dropping belly, gaze forward, round exhale. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more because these feel so good. Inhale and out. Good. Neutral spine, inhale. Step the hands forward, nice big stride forward, taking the hands as wide as your mat. So keeping the hips stacking above the heels, coming into puppy. So we're gripping with the fingers and we're driving the hands into the floor. And then we're going to sink the chest down, lowering the forehead down to the floor or onto a brick. And just feeling again that space and stretch through the front of the shoulder, under the armpits. But keep pressing the hands strongly into the floor. So there's a lot of pushing movement in Urdhva Dhanurasana through the arms, through the hands. So that kind of push action is a really useful one to train. So keep driving the floor away. Good, one more breath. And then lift the head, walk the hands back, Take the knees wide, drop into a brief child's pose. Keep reaching the arms forward, stay high on the fingertips, keep the arms active. Couple of breaths down to the base of your back ribs. Good, and then slowly rise back onto all fours. Just realign yourself with the knees under the hips. We're going to come into downward facing dog now. So tucking the toes, making your way into your down dog. Again, really strong hands, gripping through the fingers. A little bit of softness through the knees. Shift your hips up towards the sky. And then keeping all that there, then you can start to press the thighs back as much as feels comfortable. Just keeping that lovely length through the whole of the back. Let's pedal the heels a few times here now. So lifting one heel as the other one presses towards the floor. One knee bends, the other one straightens. So just feeling the length through the back of the legs, into the calves, into the hamstrings. But keep those hands super strong into the mat. Keep a little bit of space through tops of shoulders, sides and neck by just feeling that spin of the hands away from each other. Head and neck heavy. Good, come steady. Step the hands back a little bit towards your feet, shortening off your dog. We're coming into a twist. So reaching your left hand around towards the outside of your right leg, ankle, sort of lower leg. Drive that right hand into the floor. Pull on the left hand and turn the chest slightly to the right. So you're just coming into a little twist. Couple of breaths. Good, and then undo, same thing on the other side. So right hand reaches round for the outer left leg and then twist the chest slightly to the left. Again, that left hand is strong into the floor. Good, undo, bring the hands to the mat and just walk your hands forward so your dog is its normal length. And then we're going to rock forward, coming to a brief plank. So nice strong hands lifting through the upper back, tucking under slightly with your pelvis, feels strong. And then bringing the knees down onto the floor. So we're coming into a little bit of strength work to the outer hip here. So glutes and hamstrings. So hands strong into the floor, wrists under the shoulders, front of body short. So front ribs, lower ribs, draw them in. Hips, your front of hips, just kind of pull them up towards the ribs. So you're feeling short across the abdominals. Keep all that there. Extend your right leg back behind you and lift the leg as high as you can without letting the belly drop down. So you're really squeezing into your glutes here. Flex your foot, and then under imagined resistance, you're going to squeeze the heel to your bum. So as you exhale, you're going to squeeze up and then inhale, lengthen, but keep lifting that leg. So exhale, squeeze the heel up and then lengthen. Again, squeeze under imagined resistance. Imagine someone's pushing your heel and then lengthen. Two more. Squeeze and then lengthen. Last one, squeeze and then lengthen. Good, bring that knee to the floor. Other side. So again, just suck the ribs in, shorten off the front of the body. Lengthen the left leg, don't let your belly drop. Flex the foot, squeeze the leg up. And then again, under imagined resistance, you're going to squeeze the heel up towards the bottom nice and slowly. And then lengthen. Again, squeeze and lengthen. Squeeze and lengthen. Two more. Squeeze and lengthen. Keep it lifted as you squeeze and lengthen. Good. Bring the knee to the floor. So we're just going to spin round and come onto our bum and then roll down onto our backs. So we're going to come into a bridge. We're going to just experiment with a single leg bridge, just to pulse up and down to feel that real strength through the back of the hips. So bring the feet to the floor about hips distance, fairly close towards your bottom. And then we're going to roll up into a bridge. So don't go super, super high, just come up into a comfortable position and then just spin your shoulder blades towards each other underneath you. So you're getting that strength through the back of the arms. Okay, so we're going to extend the right leg towards the sky. And then nice and slowly, you're going to lower the hips down towards the floor, touch, and then drive into the left heel to lift the hips back up. Huge wasp just come in. Ooh. Lower the hips down and then squeeze back up. We're going to do 5. So that's 2. Lower the hips down. Squeeze back up. 3. Lower. Lift. 4. Last one. lower, lift, 5. Good. Keep up if you can. Bring the foot down, switching sides. So left leg extends up. And then again, lower the hips down. Drive into the heel, squeeze into your bum. 1, lower, drive the floor away and lift. 2, lower, drive the floor away, lift. That's 3, 2 more, lower down. Squeeze up, 4, last one. And lift, that's 5. Good. Bring the left foot down, lift the hips up, squeeze into your glutes. And then slowly roll all the way to the floor. Good, well done. Squeeze the knees into the chest, have a little hug. And then rock yourself up to sitting. And you're going to spin back onto all fours. And then making your way through into downward facing dog again. Okay, so working on a little bit of length and opening through the front of the hip and thigh now. So right foot forward between the hands. Coming into runner's lunge. So hands, tented fingers, or you can press your hands onto blocks if that feels more comfortable for you. So lengthening through the chest, pressing through the front foot, and then nice and slowly you're going to bend the back knee until it touches the floor, and then straightening the legs. We're going to do 5. So that's 1, bend the knee, straighten, 2, bend the knee, straighten, bend the knee, straighten, last one, bend the knee, and straighten. Good. Make your way back into down dog. Left foot forward between the hands, runner's lunge, lengthen chest forward, strong front foot. And again, bend the back knee, knee touches, straighten the leg. And again, 2, bend the knee, straighten, bend, straighten, lost count, bend. How can I lose count going to 5? Straighten, let's do one more. Bend and straighten. Good. Step back into downward facing dog. Okay, right foot forward again, but wide this time. So coming outside the right hand, left knee down onto the floor, coming into a little lizard lunge here. So just let the hips drop low, right toes turning out, left heel on the mat. Then we're going to take a little twist to the right. So posting off the left hand, right hand to the right thigh, just twist. And then you can add your quad stretch here if you know this is something that's comfortable for you. It might not be, so just go with what you feel is good. So reach the hand back, catching hold of possibly the outside of your right foot with the, is that left? No, that's left foot with your right hand. God, I'm having a time of it today already. Good, it's the heat, I say. So draw the foot in as you press back with the foot into the hand. Keep strong into whatever's touching the floor. So right foot, left hand, really anchoring down. Take another breath here and then release. Bring the hand down, make your way through to downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. So left foot forward and wide outside the hand, right knee to the floor. Let's just have a moment to sink down into the hips, maybe having a little wiggle. So spinning to the left, so hand gently encouraging that left knee just to open a touch. You can stay here, or picking up the back foot, reaching round with the left hand, drawing one into the other. So you're pressing and pulling foot into hand, hand into foot. So again, if you can reach the outside of the foot, the little toe side, then do so, because that's giving that extra opening and space through the front of the shoulder there, which is a good thing in prep for our Urdhva Dhanurasana. Good, so release that down and then step back into downward facing dog. Okay, right foot forward between the hands, low lunge. So left knee to the floor, lifting up into a low lunge. Loads of prep today, sorry. So you're going to stack your back, your hip over your back knee. So you're not dropping down, you're keeping nice and high. Your ankle on the right side is underneath the knee. So hands onto the waist, lift your hip points up. So you've got that posterior pelvic tilt feeling, so you're tucking. Lower front ribs draw down. So again, you've got that shortening across the front of the body. Press down through your back foot, back leg, and then have the feeling of trying to pull that back foot forward. And just feel that create that extra length through the hip flexors into the quads on that left side. You want to take that a little bit deeper, then you can wiggle your front forward just an inch and then just drop into it slightly, but keeping all of that work through the front of the body and that back leg. So I feel that super deeply here. So just see how that feels in your body. Another breath. And then release, step back into downward facing dog or just to all fours. And then same thing on the other side. So left foot forward, right knee down, really short low lunge. So again, ribs in, hips up, press down through the back leg, and then feel that pulling forward. Oh, that's my horrible side. So keep breathing. And then the same thing, if you feel like you want to go a little bit deeper, then you just wiggle that front foot forward just an inch, so you can just drop into it slightly, but keep that tuck, keep that shortness across the front of the body. That's where all the work is at. So take another breath here. And then hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Okay, moving into a little bit of core work now. So we're just going to rock it forward and back from down dog to plank a few times. So inhale, rock it forward, find a nice strong plank. Strong hands lift through the upper back. And then exhale, use your hands to press you back into down dog. So just a few of those. So rock it forward to plank. And then downward facing dog. Good, rock forward. And back, keep those hands really strong. Rock forward and back. Good. This time, rock it forward, stay there. Then we're going to step the hands forward. So maybe a whole hand's length, stepping the hands forward. So we're making the plank slightly longer, which is a little bit more demanding through the core. So just stay there for a breath or two. And then bring the knees to the floor. Come all the way down to the mat. Okay, reach the arms back, palms to the floor, locust pose, a little bit of work on strengthening the back body. So lift the head, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the arms, lift the feet. Draw the heels towards each other. If you wish, you can interlace the fingers behind the back and stretch the arms away. You don't have to do that. Good, one more breath. And then everything down to the floor. Just rest the head on the back of the hands just for a breath. Okay, so let's come into Sphinx. So elbows to the mat, palms facing down, elbows under shoulders. So legs straight behind you. Really power up the legs, so firm into the thighs. Anchor down through your pubic bone and use the ground again. So press the floor away with the elbows and the hands as you slide the shoulder blades down the back. Grip the fingers to the mat. Try and pull the hands back towards you. See how that feels through the upper back, backs of shoulders. Stay here for a breath. And we're going to peel it up into a plank. So lift the lower ribs, lift the belly, lift the hips, keep the knees down and really tuck with your pelvis. Then tuck the toes, then lift the hips away from the floor. So really drive the elbows down, spread the shoulder blades. Going to stay here. Or inhale, lift the right foot from the floor. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift the left foot. Exhale, down. And again, inhale, right foot. And down. Left foot. And down. Inhale where you are. Exhale, hips to the floor, Sphinx pose. Good. Inhale, shoulders down. And then make your way through to downward facing dog on the exhale. Good, okay, well done. Let's lift the heels, soften the knees and start to walk forward towards the hands. So nice and slowly padding forward. Softening, letting everything hang over the knees. So we're going to bring the hands up to the hip crease as we lift halfway. So press back through the hands and really lengthen forward through your spine. So really feel the spinal muscles engage. And then exhale to soften. We're going to do that again. Lift up halfway. Bring the hands really high to the hip crease, lengthen, and then fold. One more time. Halfway, use your back muscles to lengthen, and then fold. Good, release the hands down, roll up this time, nice and slowly. Rolling to stand, so hands and head heavy, all the way up to a standing position. Okay, so we're gonna flow now. I'm boiling already, don't know about you. So anytime you need to stop and take a break, please do. It's super, super hot. I think I'll be having a few breaks today. So we're going to do a couple of half sun salutations. Again, when you lift up halfway, really accentuate coming up to the height of the hips so you can use those spinal muscles to lengthen you forward. So using that back strength. Again, that's another really important factor in our Urdhva Dhanurasana. So feet hip width, standing tall, pressing the floor away, drawing the shoulders down. Nice big inhale, stretch the arms to the sky. And as you exhale, we'll fold. Halfway lift, so come up halfway and lengthen. Don't use the hands, just lightly touch, and then refold. Strong feet to stand tall, reach the arms high, and then exhale, bring the hands down through prayer. Another one, inhale, reach, sink and soften, exhale. Come up halfway, long spine, refold. All the way up, nice big inhale, stretch the arms tall. Exhale, bring the hands down. Okay, high lunges. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Nice breeze. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingers down, right leg back, high lunge. So really firm your front foot. Inhale, reach the arms high. Oops. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend that back knee, but keep lifting through the hip point. So as you bend the back knee, you're tucking with the pelvis. Again, that's creating that length through the front of that right hip, right thigh. Inhale to lengthen the back leg. Exhale, hands to the floor, plank pose. Inhale in plank. And then nice and slowly under control, exhale all the way down to your tummy for locust again. Arms back, palms down. Inhale, lift and lengthen, strengthen that back body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, press the hands strongly, drive the floor away. Exhale, right foot forward, high lunge, look right. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, sink that back knee down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fingers down, step forward. Come up halfway, pull your spine long. Fold. All the way up, nice big full inhalation. Hands to prayer, exhale. Same again. Inhale, sweep up. Fold. Half lift, so come up high enough to feel the back muscles working. Fingers down, left leg back, high lunge. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, sink your back knee down. Inhale, lengthen back leg. Hands to the floor, plank pose. So strong hands, spread shoulder blades. Exhale all the way down, locust, reach the arms back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, press everything into the floor. Left foot forward, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sink your back knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fingers down, step forward. Halfway lift. Refold. All the way up, stretch your arms high. Hands down, exhale. Good, continuing. Inhale, reach. Fold. Lift and lengthen. Fingers down, right leg back, high lunge again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Clasp your hands together. Take the hands behind the back of the head. So lower back of the skull. Inhale, press the head back into the hands and lift the chest. Keep opening through the elbows. And then sink down again into that back knee. Inhale, lengthen the back leg. Exhale, plank. Good. Inhale in your plank, really drive the floor away again. Exhale all the way down. Locust. Interlace the fingers this time behind the back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Right foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, stretch your arms up, clasp the hands. Hands behind the back of the head. Inhale, lift the head, press the elbows back. Sink into that back knee, exhale. Inhale, lengthen back leg. Release the hands and step forward, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Refold, exhale. All the way lift, nice long arms, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands down. Good, let's keep going. Inhale, reach up. Fold forward. Lift and lengthen. Fingers down, left leg back, high lunge. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back of the head. Inhale, lift the chest, press the arms back, press the head into the hands. Exhale, sink into your back knee. Inhale, lengthen the back leg. Exhale, bring the hands down quietly to a plank or to all fours. Inhale here. Under control as best you can, all the way to your tummy. Reach back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, raise and reach the arms. Clasp the hands together. Bring the hands behind the back of the skull. Inhale, lift the chest, press the head back. Exhale, sink into the back knee. Lengthen back leg. And then exhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold. All the way up, reach the arms high. Hands to prayer, exhale. Low lunges this time. Inhale, reach high. Fold. Half lift, use your back muscles. Right leg back, knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Let's take a little twist. Twist to the left, exhale. Reach the left arm back, right hand across the leg. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, all the way down for Sphinx. So elbows forward, palms down. Inhale, pull the hands back towards you, strong legs. Coming into that forearm plank. So tuck the toes, tuck the chin, strong belly. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale there. Inhale, and then hips down, exhale. Inhale where you are, Sphinx pose. And another time, exhale, lift into your forearm plank. Drive the arms down, inhale. And then slowly exhaling back into your Sphinx. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, lifting up. Inhale here. And then slowly down. One more breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, right leg up and back. Stack the hips, turn open to the right and bend that top knee. Squeeze the heel down towards your bum. Little twist here. Drive the hands into the floor. Exhale, step the right foot forward, left knee down, low lunge. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, twist to the right, reach that right arm back behind you. Again, you're getting that length across the front of that shoulder. Good, undo. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fingers down, step forward. Lift and pull the spine long. Refold. All the way up. Inhale, reach the arms, straight back down this time. Exhale, fold. Half lift, lengthen. Fingers down, left leg back, low lunge. Reach up, inhale. Twist to the right, exhale, open that back arm out. Good, inhale, reach up. Hands to the floor, all fours or plank. Strong hands, tuck under with the pelvis. Exhale to the floor for Sphinx, elbows forward. Inhale, grip your fingers, pull the hands back, nice broad collarbones. Exhale, lifting up into your forearm plank. Inhale, strong hands, strong elbows. Exhale, all the way down, Sphinx again. Inhale, firm the legs, pull the hands back. And again, lifting up into your plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale, pull the hands back. Exhale, lift up into your plank. Inhale here. And again, all the way down. Exhale. One more breath in. And then downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a child's pose whenever you need to. Inhale, left leg up and back. Stack the hips, turn open to the left, bend the top knee. Drive the hands into the floor. Exhale, step the left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Twist to the left, exhale. Reach up, inhale. Hands down, step forward. Halfway lift. Refold. All the way up, inhale, stretch the arms high. Hands to prayer, exhale. Adding some standing poses. So back into Utkatasana, so hips back and low. Sink down into your squat. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, lift the chest. Exhale, standing fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the floor under the shoulders, both feet back into a plank, exhale. Inhale here, take it all the way down to your tummy for cobra. So hands back, fingertips mid-chest, shoulder blades down, elbows in, firm your legs, anchor your pubic bone. Inhale, press the floor, lift the chest, keep the elbows bent. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Warrior one, so right foot forward and wide. Left foot shimmies over to the left a bit, drawing the heel to the floor. So again, you've got that space between the legs, between the feet. Sink into your right knee, press into your back foot. Inhale, stretch your arms high. So space for the sides of the neck, tops of the shoulders. Bloomin' starlings are so noisy. Sinking down into that front knee. And they've driven the sparrows away, which is annoying. Anyway, enough of my twitching. Hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, elbows bent, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press them down. Lengthen the arms away from you. Keep your feet strong. Slowly fold inside your front leg, lifting those arms up and over. So you're not dumping all the weight down into that front leg. That foot is pressing into the floor. You're feeling that create a bit of space through the hip socket. Inhale, rise up. Exhale where you are. Inhale, stretch the arms high. Exhale, downward facing dog. So stay in down dog, drop to child's pose, or join me for a little vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down or hover in your chaturanga. Lift the chest, cobra or upward dog. Back into down dog, exhale. So same thing, left foot forward. Wide, right foot to the side, anchor the heel down. Space between the feet, lifting up, dropping into left knee, reaching the arms up to the sky. Hands together or hands apart, your choice. Strong, strong, strong back leg. Outer edge of your back foot, working like mad into the floor. Bring the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers. Shoulder blades together and down. Reach the arms away from you. And then nice and slowly fold inside your front knee. Again, the feet are working like mad into the mat. Don't dump all of the weight down. Use the floor. One more breath. And then next, inhale to rise. Exhale. Reach up, inhale. And then hands down, downward facing dog. You know your options. So if you want to, you can rock it to a plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. So just take a nice full in breath. Slow, steady out breath. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. And then exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, refold. All the way up. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands down. Okay, so I'm going to add a half moon to this next flow. So if you've got a brick, whack it to the front right side of your mat. I remembered to say it today, which is an absolute miracle. Got it written on my pad in like big letters and underlined about 5 times. Okay, so let's come back into Utkatasana. So feet strong, either hip width, or you can bring the feet together. I prefer my feet together in Utkatasana, but you can choose. So sink the hips back and low. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, fold. Come up halfway, feel that length. Hands down, step, or maybe hop into your plank. Inhale, press the hands. Exhale, lower down all the way or chaturanga. Cobra, up dog. Downward dog, exhale. Warrior two. So right foot forward, left heel to the floor. So your heels are more in line now. So this is the tightrope position rather than the train track position. So you're dropping down into that right knee. You're keeping open through that back hip, open through the front knee, arms reaching wide, eyes forward over front fingers, hands really strong into the mat. Phew, I'm so hot. Okay, let's take the right arm on top of the left arm, Urdvha Dhanurasana. So find the bind, lift the elbows up and press them away. Keep sinking into that front knee. Keep powering up that back leg. Good, take another breath. Release the arms. Just shorten your stride slightly. So back foot's going to step forward. I'm going to bring my left hand onto my left waist, bringing my right hand down onto my brick. Keep opening through that back hip as we press the floor away with the right foot to lift up into our half moon. Flex the foot, reach the top arm to the sky, stacking hips, stacking shoulders. Nice, smooth, steady breath. Good, beautiful. Lovely. And then look down, bend the front knee, lightly step back into your warrior two. What grace and control. Lovely. Bring the hands to the floor, downward facing dog. You know your choices. I'm going to take a vinyasa. So forward into a plank, lower down all the way or hover. Inhale to your back bend, down dog, exhale. So same thing other side. So block could be over to that left side before we go anywhere. Step your left foot forward. Anchor your right heel to the floor, heel to heel roughly, lifting up, and then dropping down into that left knee, warrior two, arms wide. So you've got that feeling of pulling your right hip back and your left knee open. Good, just think about your lower ribs, just draw those down slightly so we're not sticking the bum out too far. Good, and then Urdhva Dhanurasana, arms left on top of right, lift the elbows up, press them away, keep sinking into that front knee. Slow, steady breath. Good, and then release the arms wide, shorten the stride, so back foot forward, hand onto the waist, reach for your block, and then use the power of your front foot to lift you up and open into your half moon, top arm towards the sky. So nice, smooth, deep, steady breath. Oh, I forgot to add the other bit, the catching the foot, never mind. I'm sure none of you care. Good, and then sink into the front knee, slowly back into your warrior two. Beautiful, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Okay, so we're gonna rock it forward to a plank, and then we're gonna come down onto our tummy. Just make kind of a pillow with the hands, arms parallel to the top of the mat. Just rest the forehead on the back of the hands. Let's just have a moment, just catching our breath before we work into a little mini series of back bends and then having a play with upward bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Whew. Okay. Is anyone else really hot? Not just me? Okay, so we'll come into Sphinx, we'll come into Cobra, we'll come into Dhanurasana bow pose, which is where we catch the feet. I'm not going to do the one on the side today because that felt a bit clunky last week and I didn't like it at all. Maybe you did, but you can practice that in your own time. So bring your elbows to the floor underneath the shoulders. So we've done quite a few Sphinx today, but this is such a lovely, lovely back bend. So press the legs really strong. So the little tiny tweaks that we do just to help us feel that evenness of sensation through the spine can make all of the difference. So legs powered, tuck with the pelvis, so you've got that kind of feeling of creating that length through the lower back by pressing into the pubic bone. Grip with the fingers and pull back with the hands. Now to me that feels really, really nice, but it might not to you, so you can make those little tweaks, those little adjustments that you need to try and get that nice even sensation through your body. Have a moment, and then coming all the way down, slide the hands back. So bring the fingers to mid-chest, elbows squeeze to the sides of the body, draw your shoulder blades down. So keep that compression, the depression of the shoulder blades. Again, legs are strong, anchoring into the pubic bone. Coming into cobra, so press the floor away as you peel up. Don't let the shoulders creep up to the ears. Keep pulling the shoulders down. Doesn't matter how far you lift. You could be a tiny, tiny, tiny bit from the floor. That's totally fine. So grip the fingers again and pull back and just see what that does. Good, one more breath. And then slowly down. Reach the hands back. So you're going to lift your feet. So just check your knees are in line with your hips. You haven't got splayed legs. So legs nice and straight in line with the hips. Draw the heels in towards your bottom. And then lift the head, lift the chest, and reach the hands back towards the feet. Keep it active, don't grab for now. So this is stage one. You can stay here, which is still really bloody hard. Or you can grab hold of the tops of the feet or the ankles. If you have hold of something, then press the feet back into the hands. So that's going to create that lift off. So a couple of breaths here in Dhanurasana, bow pose. You can flex your feet, you can point your toes, you can have a play with what feels good in your body. You can work on drawing the knees and the ankles together. Oh my God, that's super hard. Or keep them hips distance. One more breath. And then all the way down. Rest the forehead on the back of the hands. Whew. Okay. So now we come into our arm overhead back bend. So let's make our way back to downward facing dog just very briefly, just to find that length into the back. Then we're going to come through to sitting. So you can hop, step, walk, jump, whatever you want to do to sit. Little jump if you wish. Feet in front of you. So let's roll down onto our backs under control. So really use the strength of your core to bring you down to the floor. Feet to the mat. So we're going to play with that wide foot position again, but if that didn't feel good in your body and you prefer feet hips distance, you can try that and see how that feels. So it's your body, it's your choice. So I'm finding that feet wide is giving me more space in upside down bow pose. We'll do a bridge first, arms overhead, backs of the hands to the floor, feet nice and wide on the mat, and then nice and slowly press the feet down, lift the hips up. So feeling that strength into your glutes, into your hamstrings. So hopefully that should feel kind of nice. Or you can walk your feet more hips distance and just see how that feels. Maybe that feels better in your body. So that's the beauty of yoga, is just like experimenting with different things that work for you. Good, nice and slowly, all the way down. Bring the hands back down beside the hips. Okay, so if you want to have a go with upward bow, join me. If you don't want to have a go with upward bow, come into bridge, but with the hands down so you can get the hips a little bit higher. Or you can bring your hands onto some bricks, which kind of helps you get into the position a bit more if you're finding a bit of a struggle to lift away through the upper body. So again, I'm going to bring my feet wide-ish, maybe not as wide as the mat this time, but my hands are coming down to the floor, outside my ears, fingertips pointing towards the feet, taking my hands kind of to the edges of the mat. So I really want to use the strength of my upper body here. So I'm going to press the hands into the floor and just get a little lift of my upper back from the floor. Then I'm going to use my feet and lift my hips up. Then I'm going to come onto the top of my head. But my hands are still really strong, so I'm not putting all of the weight down through my head. If you have tight front of hips, hip flexors, come up onto your tippy toes. That gives you a bit more space. Then if you wish, you really use the power of the hands to drive the floor away, coming up into your upward bow, maybe coming onto high toes, having a play, see what feels good, if it feels good at all. And then when you've had enough, coming back down, tucking the chin so you can roll down without hurting the neck. Hands to the belly, feet together, knees out wide. Whew. Okay. Well done, everybody. I'm not going to make you do that again, but next week I will, so I can see what you're all up to. We'll just have a couple of moments here, just allowing the spine to rest in the neutral position before we do a couple of twists, a couple of forward folds to finish. Okay, so draw the knees together. Rock yourselves up to sitting. So we're going to take the feet out wide, coming into Upavishta Konasana. If you want to sit on a block here, if that feels more comfortable for you, then please do. So anchoring down through the thighs, keeping that length up through your back, pressing down through the heels, and then folding forward to a place that feels comfortable for you. You don't have to go too deep. See how it feels. Maybe coming onto the forearms, or if it feels nicer for you to catch hold of the feet or the shins, you can do that. Keep that lovely length through your back. And again, if you firm down through your thighs, that just helps a little bit more with the rotation of the pelvis over the tops of the legs, just to get you into that position. Draw the chin in. Slow, steady breath. Good. Inhale, slowly rise. Draw the feet together. So it's bend the right leg, bring the heel up towards the bum. Keep some space between the inside of the foot and inside of the thigh. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist to the right, arm across the leg, or you can take the elbow to the outside of the knee if you want to go a little bit deeper. Keep pulling your right hip forward so your hips are square. It just takes the movement more into the thoracic spine. Couple of breaths. Nice. Undo. Come forward, straighten off the right leg. Same thing on the other side. So bend the left knee. Sit nice and tall, and then twist to the left. Shoulders down, spine long. Creating that length out through the waist, out through the crown of the head. Good. Take one more. And then undo. 2 straight legs. Okay, so coming into Shavasana, so finding a comfortable place, using any props that you wish to make yourself more comfortable. And we'll just have 5 minutes rest. So lying down. Oh, thank goodness for that, they all say. Okay, so nice big inhale through the nose. Let it all go through the mouth. And again, in through the nose. Let it go. Let the eyes close, let the mouth close. Just allow the teeth to be parted slightly behind the closed lips. Allow the tip of the tongue to rest behind the teeth. But release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Feeling the tongue wide into the throat. Space between the eyebrows broadening. Brow smooth. Muscles surrounding the eyes soft. And a sense of the eyeballs dropping into the center of the body. Softness down into the throat and the neck, to the tops of the shoulders. Noticing the heaviness of both arms. Just feeling that slight curl to the fingers. Expansion across the front of the body, the chest. Paying attention to your abdominal muscles. Just noticing if you're gripping. Let that go. Release, relax. Hips and buttocks heavy, pelvic floor released. Feel the weight of the legs. Whole body completely relaxed. Front of the body melting into the back of the body. Back of the body melting into the floor. Taking up space. Moving your awareness back to your tummy. Being aware of that little movement that the breath creates in your tummy, that little rise and fall. The ribs gently expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting. Chest rising and falling. Maybe being aware of those really lovely still points in between the inhale and the exhale and the inhale. Just lingering your awareness there for a few moments. And awareness into the nose, so noticing the touch of the breath on the nostrils. And then returning the awareness back up to the space between the eyebrows. Again, feeling that widening, that broadening. And becoming aware of any colours or patterns, images. Just noticing, observing. And then bringing your awareness back to your body, noticing the heaviness of the body against the floor. Beginning to take some deeper breaths again. Breathing a little more deeply and then bringing some gentle movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Circling the hands and the feet. And then if it feels good, you can take a big stretch, reaching the arms up overhead. And then slowly hugging the knees up into the chest. Rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can return the feet back to the floor. Roll to one side. Pause there for a moment. And then pressing into the hands to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Palms together at the chest. And then head bow to the fingers. Body bows to the floor. Blink the eyes open. And then slowly bring yourselves back up. Thanks, everybody. There was a heavenly breeze at the end there, which was nice. Which dried off my sweat. Okay, I'm going to stop recording now.